So the question of the day is, who are you? Right? Now, I asked this question because recently I have been dealing with sort of an identity crisis regarding productivity and the things I get done. So basically, if you haven't realized already, I'm on self-improvement, and for a very long time, I kind of get started on it, and then I fall back to my old habits, and I get started on it again. And I realize why I do this. The reason why I do this is because I attach my identity to how much shit I get done. And I would always realize this, but it would always just be a thing, like, okay, yeah, like you should, like, attach yourself to how much shit you get done. But I was watching a video last night, and it kind of made me realize, like, oh shit, that is actually a really, really bad idea. And the reason why is because when it comes to productivity, there's never enough. There's never enough productivity. You probably had it before. Nigga, there's times you can do everything in a day and you'll still be like, damn, I could only do so much. And it's even worse because the idea that you can be productive 24/7 is unrealistic bullshit. And maybe I'm coping, right? Maybe I'm coping. But to me it is. To put this expectation on yourself that you can be productive every second of the day. Productive work-wise. Like, if you want to, we're talking hustle culture because productivity doesn't have to be associated with work. I know, y'all going to be going, oh, I get it, whatever, fuck you, okay? Listen, I love you, but yeah. You talk about hustle culture. There's no way in God's fucking name that you can be productive 24/7 all day. Because you're either going to run into burnout, depression, all them, I know, trust me. But, yeah, just realizing that I was using self-help as a means of defining me. So I'm only as valuable as how much times I meditate, how much times I journal. And the days I don't do that, I'm a piece of shit. And what I'm realizing is it does a lot of more harm than good, because what it's doing is it's like a ripple effect. Because if you know, the more, once you do a bad habit, it kind of, and you linger. Basically what I realized was that when it comes to self-improvement and attaching it to your identity, you're actually making the problem worse. Because, like I said, you're putting an unrealistic expectation on yourself. You're expecting yourself to meditate every single day for the rest of your life and never miss a day, no matter what. And you are only as valuable as the times you breathe in and breathe out using YouTube, whatever the fuck. Like, make this shit make sense. Like, would you tell a fat person, right, who went to the gym for 2 weeks straight, missed a day, oh my God, you're a piece of shit, you missed the gym, oh my God, you just might as well just quit? You wouldn't. You'd be like, oh, nigga, like, okay, like, you missed a day, but at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying, it's okay. And I feel like that's why I'm so hard on myself, because I'm attaching myself to things outside of me. That's what it is, really, like, being honest. Like, even when it comes to being a man, like, for a long time, I attached myself to being a man based on who you are to others. And if others did not value you as a man, then therefore you weren't a man. And I realized this was stupid, because people's opinions change all the time. But I feel like I'm kind of getting sidetracked. Let's get back to the main course. The main course is the reason why I could never be consistent with self-improvement is because I kept I kept identifying myself with it. That was the problem. I attached who I was to what I did. And this is why it's bad. The reason why it's bad is because it's kind of like a toxic relationship. It's like when things are good, things are great. But when things are bad, things are fucking horrible. And that's just not okay. It's not okay. And, today I'm just taking the day off, is really like just recuperate and really like get my mind right, because I realized that, not in the sense of it doesn't really matter, but in the sense of like my mistakes are really not that serious. Like, you miss a day meditating, like, bro, all the progress, if you meditate for 2 weeks straight, bro, you're not gonna zap all the progress if you miss one day. And that's not saying, oh, yeah, I just missed a day of meditating because, no, I'm not saying that. My point is, don't be too hard on yourself for mistakes you did. And the reason why we as a community are so hard on ourselves when it comes to self-improvement is because we look for that thing to shape our identity. Like, now here's the thing, right? Take somebody who regularly works out. Do you think they're going to sit there and beat themselves up for hours and hours and hours just because they missed one day? Of course not. Why? What the fuck? Why would I not do that? Because I'm already a person who works out regularly. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But if I take it as working out as me trying to find myself, and every time I don't do that, I'm getting back to who I used to be, then working out and good habits in general becomes an uphill battle. And I realized that once I stopped trying to do shit to become a person and instead do things because I am that person, the shit came with ease, right? Because even like fucking NoFap, bro, I'm gonna be a little vulnerable, bro. Like, when I'm not on NoFap, I kind of do a little bit better. But then when I obsess over it, like, oh yeah, NoFap, it's like, it just has like this ongoing like treadmill of like fucking thoughts, and which eventually leads to a fucking relapse. Even the word like relapse, but the point is, like, once you really think about, like, is it really possible for you to go from today to the rest of your life never busting a nut? That literally makes no fucking sense. But I feel like it's a matter of ego and, you know, pride and all this shit. But yeah, that's really what I'll come here today to talk about, man. Because I was really not, I was like, no, I'm not gonna drop it. I'm tired, you know. I want to take a break. I was like, no. I was talking to myself. You know what? Isn't this basically me talking to myself too? But I'm talking to y'all or whatever the fuck watching this, you know, whatever. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. No outro. See y'all tomorrow.